Then for the question B, same also, we're going to find its inverse of this function. So we're going to do composite way. F inverse equals to x. So composite our f inverse to the function of f. So x this will be replaced by f inverse. So square root x diganti sebagai f inverse. Then we're going to remove the square root by squaring both sides. So finally, here we have f inverse equals to x squared plus 2. Continue, we're going to determine is the inverse function of domain and range. So firstly, we find out from here, what is our domain of this function? So we can see under the cert is supposed greater equals to 0, so x greater equals to 2, so same with the condition given from the question. And then what is your range of the function? The kasra, so cert tutup, outside here is 0, means 0 to infinity, so included. Therefore, when we want to find the domain of the inverse function, we refer to the range, which is 0 to infinity. Then when we want to find the range of inverse function, we refer to the domain, which is greater equals to 2, means 2 to infinity. Then we're going to sketch the graph. So to sketch the inverse graph, the concept will be sketch the original graph fx, then we do reflection so that we can get its inverse function. So we're going to draw this cert graph. So looking to the domain and range, when x greater than 2 means this graph is going to the right, and the range here it gives us this graph is going up. The value that the starting point to start this cert wiper shape. So I want the starting point xy, refer to the domain, it will be 2 and 0. So label our x-axis, label our y-axis 0, then starting point 2, 0. So 1, 2 here, 2, 0. So this is our starting point, going right and going up. So we're going to shoot up here. So this is our original function. Then to get its inverse function, f inverse, we need to do reflection on the axis of y equals to x. So these two, when it refracted, it will come to this side. So do our symmetry. So this is our f inverse. This is our function. Label our graph. And then once we can see here, do our graph overlap with this y equals to x. So as you can see, when x equals to 2, our coordinate for this reflection axis, it will be x equals y equals to 2. So this is the coordinate when x equals to 1, y equals to 1, when x equals to 2, y equals to 2. So you can test and see when your x here, let's say when your x is 5. So when our x is 5, square root 5 minus 2. So it will be less than the coordinate of 5. Means this cert graph is under the reflection axis y equals to x. So therefore this cert graph will not going to overlap and go upon or go higher than this reflection axis. So our reflected function will be follow our original function here.